Remember that to learn a skill, you have to put in numerous hours to perfect that skill. And in my case, this included the times where I cried out of frustration for just not getting things right. Pricing is an important aspect of running a business, but set it too high, you are at the risk of losing clients. Set it too low, you just may not be able to cover your cost and you'll be devaluing your time and services. In this video today, I'll be sharing my personal experience of how my pricing affected my business and just valuable lessons that I've learned along the way. And I hope that it could add a feather or two to your business hearts, profitably speaking. Yes. So if you're new in this space, my name is Emem. I'm a portrait photographer based in Lagos, Nigeria. And this is a space where I share my experiences, my learnings, my knowledge, and we learn at your own pace. So kindly subscribe and hit the notification button just so that you get notified when we pop up a video next time. Firstly, we will be talking about the downside of underpricing. So when I first started my business, I was eager to attract customers and just position my presence in the market. And my eagerness to have people coming in every day just made me set my price lower, believing that it would make my products more accessible and more attractive and drive sales generally. But I thought everybody was my client. Big mistake. I was wrong. I devalued my time and services. Yes. Remember that to learn a skill, you have to put in numerous hours to perfect that skill. And in my case, this included the times where I cried out of frustration for just not getting things right. So by pricing my services too low with no real value to my time, because I just had no understanding of business structure or value at the time, I invariably just couldn't make my numbers add up. And in accounting, they just didn't make sense for the time that I spent on working on one job. So you spend like 4 days working on a particular job and an accumulated number of or time of the 64 hours for what? 500 naira per hour. Add that to your running cost. Classic torture, for lack of a better word. Wouldn't it have been better to just go and work for somebody and know that you're not doing business and you're just working to earn? This is a classic example of how I devalued my services and my time, and in turn allowed my clients to do the same. No fault of theirs, basically. I struggled to cover my costs. Yeah, underpricing also meant that I was just unable to cover my costs and let alone make profit out of it. Even though I had the now money coming in, it just wasn't enough to cater for my future need. How do I pay my staff from that kind of money? How do I rent a bigger space? If you think about it, it was just impossible. Yeah, you had the now money, but I was still constantly scrambling to make ends meet, cutting corners here and there, sacrificing the quality of my work or art just because I had other jobs coming in. And this did not just put a strain to my finances, it also just compromised my integrity or the integrity of my business. Yeah. Attracting undesirable clients. Yeah, I attracted a lot of clients that I didn't want. So just by positioning myself as the cheaper option, or let me put it the way I used to put it, positioning myself as the affordable one in the market, not knowing that I was just masking my fear and insecurity. Well, let's just say that I attracted customers who were price sensitive. They will price you and price you and price you. I attracted those kinds more regularly than not. They just wanted more for less, and it was difficult to please them. You would do all you can and they just complained and just didn't like your work or told you even what to do out, told you how to take the pictures. Didn't just give you the kind of value that you wanted to have. And some of them never came back. So I did not have repeat clients for most of just by undervaluing myself. There are consequences to pricing sustainably. So raising your price will look like the natural thing to do, but be careful that you're not making sudden changes just to stop the bleed. What do I mean by that? Trying to hide up the wound by putting a plaster and not treating the wound properly. So it has to be constructive. It has to be done constructively. I remember that when I raised my price from 30,000 naira to 120 about a few years ago, 6 years or more ago, and this was at the barest minimum. It was a scary step, a scary place to be. This was like 3 times what I was charging formerly. It was the right thing to do, basically. It was just the right thing to do. But at the time, I was scared. After restructuring and reevaluating my running costs, or so I thought, because I just wasn't doing it correctly at the time. But in any attempt to rectify my pricing mistake, I saw my prices up to the other extreme, raised my prices in such a way, by three times the normal cost at the time. This helped me cover my cost and improve my profit, but it came with its own challenges, which I'm going to share with you. One of it was losing customers. Yes, the higher price made me lose some of my existing clients who were just used to the lower price. They felt betrayed. They no longer saw the value of my product at the new price point. As a result, I lost a portion of my client base. I started looking for new ways to attract new clients. 2, my perceived value sort of dwindled. So with the raise of my new price, some clients still perceived my product as overpriced and not worth their investment, which fair enough in their opinion. They compared my price or my product to a cheaper alternative, questioning why they should pay more for essentially the same thing. But in all of these experiences, I've learned some lessons which I hope will resonate with your own business and you can make something out of it. And part of it was I learned the importance of valuing my services, pricing them well to sustain my business while focusing on creating products that my clients cannot resist. By closing up my skill gap, getting an upgrade when it came to my techniques, and just upgrading my services. Clients will pay for what they value. It is not your job to convince anybody on where they should spend their money. So I urge you to focus on creating a valuable product that is just desirable enough to attract your desired clients. But it's also important to communicate this value effectively. Knowing the true cost of running your business cannot be overemphasized. Setting prices that allows you to cover your expenses and make profit, and also just note your overhead expenses, your resources, your desired profit and margin. Understand your target market, your clients' preferences, their needs, the demography, that is where to find them. For example, what it takes to serve a 50-year-old client is different from what it takes to serve a 30-year-old client. Just make sure that you understand each client that you're dealing with. Again, I'll be ending this particular episode by saying that pricing is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It requires an ongoing testing, experimentation, adjustments based on your business performance. So pricing is a tangible part of any business that can really make or break your business. My personal experience have taught me the importance of understanding my costs, valuing what I offer, and just understanding the markets that I'm serving, just to be able to build a sustainable and profitable business that places value not only for my clients, but for me. Yes, you're deserving. And because I made a conscious decision to do better, to be better, and to improve myself. Please share more lessons from your personal experiences, just so that we can learn and build our businesses together. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like and turn on your notification button just to get more videos when it comes in. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.